Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Get Geomatics Engineering. Please go through our videos and subscribe our channel to support us. Today we are going to start a new topic, that is GIS or Geographic Information System. So Geographic Information System consists of two terms, that is Geographic and Information System. That means anything that is related to spatial data and how can we retrieve that data, store that data and collect that data. So what will be the definition of GIS? Obviously the definition of GIS will be a powerful set of tools for collecting, storing and retrieving data at will and transforming and displaying spatial data from the real world. The definition is given by Burrow. So we have to create a system where we can store spatial data after collecting from the real world, and we can retrieve whenever we want and transform that data from one to another and display that spatial data in the computer system or computer screen. But the definition of GIS changes with the group of people who use them. Like for a general public, GIS is nothing but a container of maps in digital form. But for the decision makers, it's a tool for solving geographical or location based problem. For scientists or investigator, the thing is different. The GIS or Geographical Information System is a different thing. They develop a tool for revealing what is otherwise invisible in geographical information. Like suppose we know something in geographical location based spatial data, but how can we analyze that? So for that we need GIS tools. So the development of a new tool, that is the work of that is the definition of the GIS for scientist or investigator. And then it's a tool for performing operations or geographic data that are too tedious or expensive or inaccurate if performed by hand or by real world data. That is the definition of GIS for resource manager or planners. So that's everything about GIS definitions and basic overview of the GIS. Now what are the applications of GIS? Now I am not going into details. The normal application of the GIS started from economic development to transportation to housing, infrastructure, health, tax maps, human services and law enforcement. So GIS have a wide variety of applications. So you can go through those and remember these points which were written over there. You have to remember those points only, and if you want you can go through the slides in details. And these are also the important applications of GIS. One is land use planning, emergency management, recreational infrastructure development, environmental modeling and management. In each and every aspect which is related to geographical data or real world data, we need GIS to represent it in computer screen using various database management system and algorithm. Everything we shall learn in this course. So let us move to the next slide. What are the characteristics of GIS? So GIS consists of three main tools, not tools, three main components. Those are the data, user or system, and software and hardware. How those three are linked together? Here data collection from the data sources. So data is one of the important source of GIS. Data is one of the important component of GIS. So we can input that data, display that data, or we can create a report using that data using various softwares or hardwares, using GIS systems or using GIS software or hardware component of the computer. And for user, that is a representation of that data, that what the user want to do, what he want, like he want to query something, like anyone wants to go from one location to another location. So he will input that location points, and using GIS toolbox or GIS tools, Google Map can easily give him the distance, time that will took to reach from one location to another location. That will be easily done by the GIS systems. So Google Map is a great application of GIS. So user just only put their query, and based on the database that are stored already, the answer of that query will become in front of the screen or in front of the user interface of that application. That's how the whole GIS system works with this component of GIS: data, user system, and software hardware. So now let us move to the next slide, that what are the data sources of GIS. Data can be in digital format like satellite data, and you can get that data from the data supplier like Bhunidhi. You have already learned in remote sensing that there are various data sources. From Bhunidhi we can get NRSC ISRO data, ISRO satellites data, and there is one another website, that is USGS, from where we can get Landsat data, Sentinel data. And or what can we do? We can digitize those data using Survey of India topo-sheet. We can buy it also or get it also from Survey of India topo-sheet websites, Survey of India websites, and from that we can digitize those data. Or you can carry out your own household surveys of geographic entities. This is the location of the building, and this is the Z parameter what I am surveying. Like that can be a population, that can be a socio-economic data, that can be anything. Or this is the XY coordinate of any point, and this is the elevation. That can also be done using your own survey also. Using leveling or surveying stuffs, you calculated the elevation of that point, and you incorporate that data with the XY location. So that can also be done. From that you can create another data source or interpolate from the point observed. Like you can collect various points and you can interpolate them to create a raster data set. We will see what is raster data set after some videos, that what are the data models and what is raster data set. So you can create this type of interpolated map of elevation or everything using GIS data sources. So these are the all GIS data sources. So what is the important thing of GIS database? GIS database should have three components. One is location, attribute, and topology. So if we have only the attribute data, that is a non-spatial data. If any data that has some location parameters or topology parameters, then it will become a spatial data. So obviously if we connect any non-spatial data or attribute data with XY location, that is location is written over there, that XY location, if we connect any non-spatial data, then if there is a point, there will be certain relation between this point and this polygon or this circle or this thing. That relation is called as topology. We shall learn this topology and how can we get that location in upcoming videos. I am just giving you the overview of GIS or geographic database. So geographic database should solve the questions that where is that located, what is the attribute of that, and how it is connected to the other entities. That is the main purpose of GIS or geographic information system. So that is the whole idea of GIS that I have covered in this lecture. In the upcoming videos I shall give you the brief idea of data models and what is the database and what is algorithm and what are the various type of GIS capabilities that we can do in those type of data to get some solution of any question, of any geographical question. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching this video.